Hey everybody, welcome back. We are going to do another Plan With Me video today. So I have been planning on my own for the past couple weeks. I think the last Plan With Me I filmed was this one. I planned ahead. Then we had this week that I did on my own. You might have seen it in a vlog. I think the vlog's not going to go up until later this week though. Then we have monthly view, and then we have this last week. So this last week, not much went on really, although it felt really busy because I have this "head feels like a mess" sticker from Once More with Love here. I was kind of obsessing over getting a vaccine appointment. I'm an educator in the state of California, and so phase 1B has opened up for us. I think it opened up technically the last week of February, but the county that I'm in hasn't been really able to make vaccines available to educators until like right around the end of this week. There has not been enough supply. So got really excited when I actually got to book an appointment on Thursday. I did book an appointment like an hour away from me. Initially, I was supposed to go on Saturday. I was so excited. I put it in my planner on stickers. And then later that day, someone pointed out, hey, if you have this particular health insurance, they have appointments available now for educators or educational employees, whichever one you are. It's a pretty, not really broad category, but like it's not just teachers, it's other people who might be working in person or remotely with the district's hope of putting you in person really soon, like that type of thing. Anyway, someone pointed that out, so I went and checked and booked with my actual health insurance for Monday and canceled the hour away appointment. Still have to drive like half an hour away to get to the appointment on Monday, but that's better. So yeah, we got a cat tree for the cat. You will see that in the vlog. I've been cleaning a lot today, so I'm kind of tired. I'm right here now. So, and I just filmed a video before this. So we're gonna breathe. And, oh, sorry, I thought my slipper was the cat, and I thought I kicked it. So we're gonna use leftovers this week because that's what we have to use. And I used this at the beginning of February. If you watch my Plan With Me's, you'll know that. This is a work from home kit, and this is the year marker of working from home for me. Well, not really. Technically, I hate that I remember this, but I remember this. March 11th, I was on campus in my office. A bunch of us were in our offices after teaching our classes, and they sent out an email saying, hey, we're like for real going to teaching from home. So I think this Thursday, the 12th, I wasn't on campus that day, and so I was just home freaking out about it. We also had a little bit of concerns about people in our household not feeling well this week. It wasn't that, but like at the time it felt like it could be. And then I went back to campus on the 13th, taught my last class, said, I guess we're using Zoom now. I didn't end up using Zoom that spring. I just went fully asynchronous, so just using our learning management software, and that's it, because it was an emergency situation. And then we had a meeting about like how to do this thing, and we've been online ever since. TLDR, it's a year from when that decision was made, and that is a lot to take in right now. Yeah, technically didn't start working from home until the next week, but was making the preparations to do so. So I decided to bring back the leftovers from the Oh Hello Work From Home kit. I know a lot of people are going to be talking about the year mark of this soon. I am trying to gather my thoughts about that, about this. It's been a tough year, but at the same time, I feel like I have been immensely lucky to be able to live the life that I'm living. And sorry if you can hear the cat using her litter box. I just realized that she's using the litter box next to me. We're gonna pause for that. And we are back, and it is about 4:30 p.m. I feed the cat at 6 p.m. She gets fed twice a day. She still thinks she's starving. We gave her a ton of treats a few hours ago because she was so good and came out of hiding after we vacuumed. So, but yeah, she likes to bug me for like 2 hours before feeding time. It's kind of cute, kind of not. Yeah. All right, so let's get into actually planning. I do want to make this not too long. I'm going to go put the to-do headers down. I used the today headers the last time. This is just to cover up the headers, really. Everything I have in my planner, I guess, is really a to-do, or it could be today. Either one applies to me. I don't really care which one is used. But yeah, I know it's been a year, and I know it's been a tough year. I think for me, I don't want to get too feeling sorry for myself about the things that I missed out on this last year. I feel like that was the first couple months of this whole thing last year, was just being really disappointed about all the things I had to cancel. Because there was a lot I had to cancel. 2020, I was going to do a lot of things. Go a lot of places. We were going to go camping at the end of March. And I know I just said I don't want to dwell on this, but I'm just going to get this out of my system. Because just to explain like how I felt this time last year compared to how I feel now. But yeah, we were going to go camping at the end of March. Campgrounds did close here eventually. Like probably the 3rd week of March they closed them, so our reservation got canceled. I was going to go to Georgia in April to present at an academic conference. I was going to go to Savannah. I was really excited for it. It was going to be kind of... What? It was going to be a little pricey of a weekend because I could only really go for a weekend, a long weekend. And it's a lot of money to fly to the East Coast from California, actually. I still have not used my flight voucher from American Airlines. I apparently have to use it by the end of this year, but I don't really know where I'm going to go, so that'll be fun. Yeah, so there were those two things. We had a graduate student conference on our campus that we had to cancel. That was going to be like the 3rd week of March, or the 3rd or 4th weekend of March, and we had to pull that. This year it's happening virtually, but like there were a lot of things that like we just flat out canceled last year that are happening virtually this year because it was just too close to the date to like plan a virtual version, and we were really not prepared to do a virtual version, I think. We have this under our belts for a year, and I feel like people know how to do virtual events now, and that just wasn't the case a year ago. So that got canceled. Obviously commencement got canceled, so that was pretty disappointing because I earned my master's degree last year. And our project presentations, our MA project presentations got canceled, and our annual department awards, and everything else on the planet too. So I'm obviously not the only person who had to deal with that. And it could have been so much worse. And I know they say like, you know, don't do the at least thing, but with myself, I'm comfortable saying that because it's like, I am trying to be grateful for what I do have in my life. I have a really hard time playing the comparison game. And even now, like, because people I know have still gone on trips, have still been able to do things, have still been able to see family at the holidays, which I was not comfortable doing. And I feel like I do have to be grateful for what I do have, which is my kitty cat, who's currently pestering me for dinner an hour and a half early. And Nathan, of course, and the fact that I do get to work from home during this time when, you know, I have at-risk people in my household. That's really important to me. And so I could lament continuously about how much I had to give up last year, but in the scheme of things, like, I'm super lucky, and I can't make that decision for everybody, and I am often a very negative person, so for me to be this positive right now is a big step. But yeah, what was I talking about? Start over, Jessica. But yeah, I'm just grateful to be where I'm at right now, and a lot of my negative feelings about the pandemic at this point are really more directed at people who just won't, who haven't and won't do their part. That's most of my frustration at this point. Is just like, why? Why do you think that you're so much more important than anybody else? Like, or why do you not believe scientists? Stuff like that. And if you're one of those people, I'm sorry, but I don't really have patience for that. If you don't want to watch me for that, because I have that opinion, cool. Like, I'm not really interested in your opinion. This is the saltiest I've ever been in a Plan With Me video. I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble for saying these things, but really, who can get me in trouble? So, Monday, I have my first COVID vaccine appointment. I am scheduled to get a COVID vaccine. So, I'm gonna mark that, and I have these Molly Loves Wearing Her Mask stickers from Itty Bitty Sticker Company. Because, do I love wearing a mask? No, I don't think anybody loves wearing a mask. But, I will do it because we got to, and we're not out of this yet, and so I'm gonna keep doing it because I live in a place where we have been really hard hit by this, and I'm sick of people acting like it's not real or not important or other people's lives don't matter because they're not theirs. I'm done. There. Tuesday. So Monday and Wednesday I teach and have office hours. That is the same every week. Tuesday, if I do get my vaccine, which I really hope they don't cancel me, that has been an issue in our area, is them having to cancel people because of lack of supply. I don't know if that's the same everywhere, but that has been the case in Southern California, especially Orange County. Tuesday, I'm not going to schedule myself to do too much. I'm going to say that I'm going to work out. And if we don't, we don't. If we feel not great, we feel not great. Do I have any of these that actually match this week? I have a gray one. Let's pull that one in for now. Really what I've heard from people I know who have gotten this so far, who have gotten the shot so far, it's mostly muscle pain from what I understand. That's just gonna stay there now because I'm not gonna be able to pull it up. Did I have a workout sticker left over on here? Oh, cool, I do. I'm trying to work out on Tuesdays and Thursdays and then go for walks on other days. That's my deal right now. I'm gonna put this one over the header. Yeah, mostly muscle pain. I don't have like a reaction usually to things like the flu shot. I got my flu shot last October and I was completely fine. And then later in the day, I work my second job. I'm gonna put in a checklist for that. I'm trying this new thing where I just work 2 days a week at this job. I mean, I still check my emails on other days. Oof, why is this not coming up? Dirt, I just scraped that one. Cool, there we go. But I'm trying to like consolidate the number of days I work this job, just so I have more time on Friday to plan lessons for my other job, and also just so Friday isn't so packed. I've been having a hard time lately with Friday being really packed, and like obviously you don't want Friday to be the most packed day of your week. So trying some things where I do a lot of work on Tuesday and Thursday for my second job so that I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to use this odds and ends header since I screwed up and didn't put the workout sticker where I wanted it to be. So we'll see how I feel on Tuesday. I'll let you know. Moving over to Thursday, it's 1 year of the pandemic. Yeah, right? Where were you when this started? I have no idea. Probably wandering the streets of South LA. My darling, my dear. I'm gonna put in a half box for my 2 morning meetings on Thursday. Let's use green. Yeah, green. Green sounds good. No, let's use gray. I like this green color a lot, so I want to save it for something important instead of using it for meetings, even though I love the people that I meet with on Thursday. They're great. But I have fun things that happen throughout the week that I would rather spend my half boxes on. So I have 2 meetings. Let's mark 1 year of the pandemic with half box. I'm really winging this, sorry. Getting really salty about people instead of focusing on what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Apologies for that. I'm gonna put in another checklist for my work on Thursday afternoon. These are not cut the best. Normally I don't have an issue with that with Oh Hello. And for the pandemic, what do I want to use for that? I'm gonna go over to the sidebar eventually and mark which week of stay at home we're on, or work from home, whichever. Because really my weekly tracker has been the number of weeks I've been working from home. Let's use when I bought this sheet, I was saying that like these were my daily, the moods I moved through every single day at the beginning of this. The first few months of this, I would be like, I'm so happy, never mind. I hate everyone, I really hate everybody, and oh my god, why is the world ending? That's one thing I enjoy now, is not going through like mood swings every day. That was a big thing at the beginning of this for me. I don't know if anybody else experienced that, but like I would just experience every emotion known to humans every single day. And after the summer, the cat is now pouncing on a cardboard box because she is mad that I'm not feeding her. You're looking for attention, aren't you? I love her, but she's kind of a brat sometimes. Anyway, so I don't miss that part of early pandemic at all. I don't miss the mood swings. It's not a good time. And I'm not really sure why I was experiencing that. I couldn't tell you exactly why. I think it was just the feeling of like, I have no control over the situation. And that's something I've had to tell myself a lot this last year, is like, you can only control what you do, you know? And I've had to tell myself that a lot. Like right now, I can only control the fact that I am remaining calm and the cat is going nuts in the background. So this is going to be for marking my weekly lesson planning. I set up my classes on Fridays. And then there is a guest speaker on Zoom for our department this day. So let's use a green half box for that. I'm just using whatever is left at this point. And I think I have a Zoom sticker. But yeah, you know, I can only control what I do. And I recognize that. It's just at the same time, I'm trying to be like, hey y'all, what if we cared about other people, you know? What color of these goes with that? Cat. What? this? Let's use the pink, I guess. There's not really a color on here that matches. Yeah, I feel like I'm in a better place at this point. Obviously, I'm hopefully getting vaccinated this week, and hopefully things will get better from there. I'm cautiously, extremely cautiously optimistic that I'm really at a point where I feel like I can't plan ahead until things are more certain. That's where I'm at this point. Like, people are like, I planned this, and then if I have to cancel it, then that's fine. And for me, it's not exactly fine if I have to cancel it, just because it was a headache canceling everything last year. So I think I've just put my guard up a lot. So it's 3 weeks till Easter on Sunday. These are things we can look forward to. And it's 2 months until my birthday. And daylight savings time begins. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. So we're gonna mark 3 weeks until Easter with that, with Blobby. And then 2 months until my birthday. I think 2 months till my birthday is about the time that I start tracking it. Any earlier seems a little much. So 2 months before my birthday seems like a good time. Okay. And then, is this really all we're planning ahead for this week? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put in habit trackers now. Hopefully I saved a half box for the sidebar. Is that straight? I sure hope so. What habits am I going to track this week? Last week I tracked checking for vaccination appointments, because not so much to remind myself to do it, more to remind myself to stop doing it, because I would check and then I would go check again later in the day, and then I would go check later, and that's how I got to the point where I was at the end of Wednesday, where I was really overwhelmed and feeling like I was never, ever, 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 ever going to get an appointment, and then I got an appointment the next morning. So yeah, I was still doing all my work and everything, but I was kind of obsessing over it, and so that was why I put the tracker in, to remind myself, hey, you already checked today, maybe relax. There's a lot of different websites to check, at least here, because like there's the pharmacies, and then there's like the state, and then there's the county, and then there's your own healthcare provider. So yeah, what am I going to track this week? Probably something less vaccine related. Maybe going outside and no spend. We'll go back to that. Okay, so there's that. And then I put in a half box for what week of stay at home we're on, which is 52. We've reached it. This has been actually like a achievement thing for me, tracking the weeks of stay at home. Like I wanted to, that's crooked, but whatever. I wanted to have this to look back on and be like, hey, remember that time you did something really difficult for a year? You can do things. You can do tough things. Isn't that the saying that like gets embroidered on cross stitches or whatever? I don't know. So I have my Stay Home Girls from Cinderella paper. I hope to not have to buy another sheet of these. Okay? Can we promise me that? Can we agree that when these are gone, I don't have to track what week of working from home we're on? I mean, I'm going to be working from home for the rest of the semester, regardless. I am scheduled to go back to in-person instruction in the fall, in August. So that's why this vaccine appointment is very important to me, because I don't want to go back in August without a vaccine. Okay, let's do some deco and the weekend banner. Let's do the weekend banner here. I hope I haven't been too salty this plan with me. Please let me know if you think I have been. If you are a responsible person and have been doing your part this time. If you have not been responsible and you disagree with the things that I have said, please don't come for me. But if you're on the same page as I am, let me know. I don't know what I just said. Okay, decoration. I'm going to put, what am I doing? Sorry. I'm going to put this here because after my appointment on Monday, I feel like I'm not really going to want to do a whole bunch. I got like this when I got my flu shot last year, just because I had to go inside Target and go inside a clinic in Target, and it was a little stressful for me just because it's like, I don't know, like I don't go a lot of places, and so I'm not used to it. And also just like logistics of medical appointments can be a little overwhelming sometimes for me. I didn't used to get this stressed out by everything, but nowadays I do. So what's a work-life balance? That I felt a lot last year. I felt like there were no boundaries between work and home. Now I feel like since we took over the lease here and we have a 2-bedroom and we have our own office where we both do our work from home, now I feel like the work-life balance is a little better. But last year I was not happy. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. I really do. Salt aside from me, I know this has been tough in different ways for everybody. And so, me even complaining about my perspective on it feels, you know, I don't know what it feels like actually. I don't know. I'm gonna put this girl on Saturday. That looks cute. Where should we put these sweatpants? I actually don't really own sweatpants, which is funny. Where should you go? Let's do it at the weekend. Anyway. Oh, let me put in the dinners. Or this is just a weekly tracker, but I use it to mark dinners. Yeah, let's just put it in. And then whatever else happens this week, I will mark. Tasting History, new episodes come out Tuesday. We somehow managed to never watch it on actual Tuesday. We usually watch it Wednesday or Thursday. I think Tuesdays are just a lot. So yeah, we might go hiking this weekend. We've been trying to do that on the weekends. Let me go fill in everything with my Paper Mate Ink Joy Gel, and I will come back. All right, so that is what this week is going to look like planned ahead. Thanks for joining me today. I know it got a little weird there, reflecting on this past year. We've made it this far, I guess, is my point, and that is something to think about, is like we have made it this far. We've been strong. We have done what we needed to do, and yeah, I have students who have been affected way worse than I have been, and it has not been super fun staying home for a whole year, but I've been really lucky. So I think that's really important to remind myself of when it's like I want to feel bad because I didn't get to go on a vacation, or like a lot of things. So yeah, I hope you can understand where I'm coming from, and I hope you are doing well given the circumstances. And yeah, thanks for watching this and listening to me rant, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.